There's a big difference between taking off the mask and the mask slipping. If the mask slips and we're sort of not really aware that that's what's happening, we're exposed and we're wanting to pretend to be somebody else, carry on with that whole hologram thing, and actually, because we didn't know the mask was slipping, we don't know we need to put it back. However, when you consciously take off the mask, you go out into the world yourself, essentially naked, but you're yourself, no pretense, you're just displaying to the world who you are, warts and all. You're not covering up your weaknesses, you're just there in your own magnificence, your own authenticity. That's an entirely different situation. You've actually taken the mask off and you've thrown it away, and you knew it was there too. And that's a learning process, that's an education process that we need to go through. We need to understand who we are underneath the mask, because we've spent so long living our life with that mask on, we don't really know who we are. We've lost touch with the real us. And I have a fundamental belief, I've always had a fundamental belief, and whenever I'm working with a client, that providing they're wanting to make the change, they will. I believe in all of us as human beings. I believe we can all get the life we want, but we need to do some work. We need to go through a learning process to find out who we are, to find out how we feel good about ourselves, to find out what we want out of life. It's an education process. And the more of us that are out there doing that, living life that way every day, the world will change. There's something just popped into my head. We've all heard, or a lot of us have heard, the 6 degrees of separation, which means that I know somebody who knows 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 Donald Trump. Well, you know what I mean. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the 3 degrees of influence. And that means that we can influence our friend's friend's friend, even though we may never have met that person. It's statistically proven that we have, without even knowing it, that level of influence. And so when it comes to building a community, it's actually so much easier than we think, because we think, oh, it's just me, I'm on my own. But actually think who is in that group of people 3 degrees of influence away. It's probably hundreds and hundreds of people that we're influencing. And again, that's what community is all about. It's building the ability for us to go into the world authentically, naked, and influence people that way without even trying. It's just by being who we are.